The bungalow was far from any urban development. When I rented it, I tried to find out where the toilet was. I couldn't see it anywhere. Actually, it was nowhere near the shower. It was at the back of the house. I inspected it with curiosity. It was a wooden box with a hole in the middle, very much like the artifact I had known as a child in the Chilean countryside. But our toilets were set over a deep well or over running water. Here, the receptacle was a simple metal pail under the round hole. The pail was clean every morning, but I had no idea how its contents disappeared. One morning, I rose earlier than usual, and I was amazed when I saw what had been happening. Into the back of the house, walking like a dusky statue, came the most beautiful woman I had yet seen in Ceylon, a Tamil of the Pariah caste. She was wearing a red and gold sari of the cheapest kind of cloth. She had heavy bangles on her bare ankles. Two tiny red dots glittered on either side of her nose. They must have been ordinary glass, but on her they were rubies.
I asked you to bring a book this evening, and why did you bring this particular book, and why did you read this particular passage from this book?
This is actually Pablo Neruda's memoirs. I don't know whether you are aware that this Pablo Neruda is the greatest poet in the 20th century, as mentioned by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. So we are little aware that he lived here in Sri Lanka.
You mentioned the name Ceylon in
Yeah. He lived here from 1929 to 1931 as the Chilean consul here, honorary consul. So in his memoirs, there is a chapter dedicated to Ceylon, luminous solitude. In this chapter, there's a very what do you call, shocking incident he has written here about, he used to live in Valavat area.
Okay.
During that area, not like this, I mean, it's a kind of a remote from Colombo, but toilets were cleaned by a community called Sakili, the Tamil Pariah caste community. And he was shocked to see a very beautiful woman to come every morning and clean the toilet. So he mentioned it's kind of a fantasy kind of incident that he had sex with this woman.
That's a history behind that
Yeah,
passage.
yeah.
But why is it important to you as Asoka Handagama?
Yes, I am a filmmaker, So when I first read this thing in around 10 or 15 years back, I wanted to, it was shocking for me, and I wanted to do a movie based on that incident. And I started writing a script for that thing, and lot of I came across a lot of things, a lot of readings, different kind of readings, different kind of political readings about that act. And then I was repeatedly changing the basic script up to the level I did last year during Corona time. I finalized the script and did the movie on that. So
what was the movie?
Movie's title was Alborada.
Okay.
It is Spanish title.
Meaning?
Meaning dawn.
Dawn.
The dawn.
Okay.
Actually, this is the name of Lionel Went's house, now the theater. Right?
Okay.
And Neruda was the one who named it like that. So I used that because Went was Neruda's best friend during this stay here. So it's like that. I brought down Spanish actor to play Neruda's role and French actress to play one of his girlfriends from Myanmar. So Corona was, not that bad for me.
Mr. Asoka Handagama,
Yes.
a very good evening and welcome, and thank you for being my artist for tonight. You are a filmmaker, you are a teledrama director, you are a theatre director, you are a painter, and you are a banker also.
No
My
more.
first question to you, you are an ex-banker,
Yeah.
if I must
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
My first question to you is, who really is Asoka Handagama?
That I really don't know. Actually, I exist, right? As Asoka Handagama. My name is Asoka Handagama. For different people, I am a different kind of a person. So, who am I? To me, has no meaning, no clear meaning. Some people, I am a banker, ex-banker, we can say that. And for some, they like to call me like a theatre director. For most of the Sri Lankans, cinema fans, I am a filmmaker and also the drama maker and also some opinion maker also. I mean, some people say that. For me,
Political activist? No.
not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. I used to actually during my university days, because every student, every politically sensitive student was a kind of a political activist during his undergraduate period. So I was not an exception. So I was also very politically active those days. Yes.
Looking back at your filming career, in your honest opinion, are you more loved or more hated as a filmmaker?
Yeah, the people who love me, they really love me. The people who don't like me, they hate me. There is no in between thing. So I think it's like that. I anticipated that kind of different the polarization of the spectators. When I make a movie, when I present it to an audience, I anticipate a very intense debate over the movie, right? And that debate is there with every movie I made. I made a children movie in 2010,
10.
Vidu. It was a children movie, very light movie. It was also subject to criticisms. So that's like that. So whatever I do, it is subject to criticism. Some people really like it, as I said, and some people who don't like me or who don't like my way of filmmaking, they criticize it.
You have a first class in mathematics from California.
Yes.
And you obtained your master's in science from England.
Not science, economics.
Economics, I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Why become a filmmaker? Why did you want to invest in something that is dying in this country? Did you really think that you can make a difference?
Cinema is my passion, right? Cinema, not only cinema. Everything I involve in art is my passion. The other is my profession. My career in the bank was my profession, not anymore. So I had to learn. Actually, I studied mathematics because my father wanted me to become an engineer during my A-level days, because he wanted me to become an engineer, because he used to work in the building department as a building supervisor. His boss was an engineer. So he wanted me to become an engineer. That is every father's dream. So because of that thing, I started studying physical science stream. But unfortunately or fortunately, I couldn't. I was not selected to engineering stream. I was less one mark.
Fortunately or
Fortunately,
unfortunately?
yes. I think it's fortunately.
Okay.
Because I can remember, because of that thing, I am here as a filmmaker, and I am here as a other person also. I did my first play in my A-level class, and when I did my first play, I hadn't seen theatre. I hadn't seen a play,
Okay.
but I did the play.
Okay.
Like that. So, and when I did my first television teledrama, Prabhate, I had no experience in
Camera work,
camera
nothing.
work and nothing. I learned from the others.
Let's talk about your philosophy and your ideology as a filmmaker, director. You're a seasoned campaigner, we all know that. But what is your greatest fear as a filmmaker?
The fear, actually I don't, I mean, I am not afraid to anything, but only thing is, I am kind of disappointed to see the theatre goers or cinema goers are the number of people who come to see a movie or a play in a theatre now is decreasing. People are,
Even before COVID?
before COVID, actually people are moving away from what do you call this, community entertaining kind of thing, group or social entertaining, social entertaining or kind of mass, you know, you
Mass
go to
entertainment.
mass entertainment. So they isolate themselves from that, and they, I mean, confine their time and everything to
The
this
mobile
little mobile phone or television or internet, laptop, whatever kind of thing. Those, I don't say that it is bad. The problem is you are missing something. You know, when you watch a movie or a cinema or a play in a theater, you are surrounded by many people. You actually, you hear, you sense that they are also breathing, and you sense that they are laughing, they are kind of reacting to what is happening in the stage or on the screen. So that experience is uncomparable, and that is very important to create a kind of politically sensitive person. We are missing that, and if a country misses that community, I don't think it's a good thing. It's not progressive. It's very difficult. It's a very, I mean, it's a barrier for development.
In your opinion, what is your greatest accomplishment as a filmmaker?
Yeah, actually, I'm happy with where I am now. You know, I don't have a dream to achieve. I mean, anymore. So I wanted to become a filmmaker. It was not from my childhood. It came into my mind even after the university education. So finally, I became. That's enough. I don't want to get this thing, that thing, kind of thing. Whenever I want to make a movie, I make it. That ability, that whatever, that ability is there with me now. That confidence is there. So that is a great accomplishment in life.
If you want to strike a change in the society, what art form would you resort to, be it making a film, staging a play, or painting a picture?
The thing is, I don't think art can change a society.
Okay.
Right? Art can change, art can impact to a political change in a direct way, but that can be helpful to understand the political dynamics in the society, and also that can be, art can be helpful to make people reactive to or proactive to the political situation by giving them a kind of a knowledge on the political situation, and shaping their way of thinking. So that way, indirectly, art can influence the people, but the political change should come from the political movements. It's not artist's job.
Name top 5 directors currently working in the Sri Lankan film industry.
I am working.
1, 4 to go.
Yeah, Vimukti is working, Prasanna is working.
Prasanna Vitanage or Jayakodi?
Vitanage, and Jayakodi also is working, and Sanjeeva is working. They are very active.
Why was Akshare banned?
Actually, there is no reason for it to be banned, because Censor Board clearly approved it as a film for adults. It's thematically, yes, adult theme, but the banning happened not in that artistic parameters. It was banned in different thing. I actually don't know. It was not actually banned now. It was not approved.
It was not approved.
Approved.
Okay.
Yeah, the license they had given to me was recalled. That's what I didn't apply it again.
Explicit themes, explicit scenes. Explicitness is something quite embedded in all of your films and all of your creations. Why do you believe in such rawness in conveying a message to the people?
Why do you say that it's raw? It's not raw. I mean, that explicit thing, you know, where are those scenes? For an example, if I ask you to mention some scenes in a movie which is explicit and which is with explicit scenes, for an example, sex scene we see, Akshara, if you can take it as an example, there is no scene, I mean, there is no scene in the movie that you can't watch it according to my understanding. But the picture that you imagine in your mind is something different based on what is there in the movie. So, that is the reason, not the thing, explicitity is not in the movie, it is in your head, it is in your imagination. There is a cultural fear for nudity in the country. I don't know, I mean, it is not we are very open. We were very open during the ancient days before the colonial people came and established these Victorian standards here. Nudity is not was something to be afraid of during the ancient days. It was in our art, it was in our poems, right? Wherever art came, it was there in form of aesthetic way. But now we don't have that discipline. We are very vulgar in our mind.
You are returning to the stage after 32 years at a time where people are scared to go out of their homes.
That's true.
Why?
That is the very reason that I decided to stage this play during this time. The reason is, as I mentioned in the interview earlier, now people are moving away from the mass entertainment. You have to bring them back, otherwise we are losing, we are missing very important part in the society. So, that is the reason that this is a challenge. I am actually trying to take the first step to rejuvenate the industry.
Antique Marnak.
Antique Handagama.
Antique Handagama. Where is it happening? When is it happening? What is the cast? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, it will be on Lionel Vent. It will be on in Lionel Vent from 19th to 21st, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at 7 o'clock. Cast includes Professor Saumili and Pasan Ranavira, Nipuni Sharada, Stefan Tirman, the main cast, and music is by Chintaka Jayakodi, and he has a very active team who actually come onto stage and play different roles also. The production design is by Bimal Dushmant, lighting is by Anuradha Mallavarachchi, and makeup by Priyantha, stage management by Pradeep Ramavikram and Kosala De Silva.
You are a filmmaker, you direct theatre plays, you direct teledramas, you direct cinema, films as well. I have a small piece of dialogue here with me from one of your films, 2005, Akshara. I'm going to read it out, I'm going to act it out,
Really?
and
Nice.
you have to tell me what's wrong with it and what can I improve.
Okay.
He was so sweet, he wanted to pull it out of me, but I said no. Then he disappeared. It was a great escape. I don't know whether he will be able to find his way. I know that you don't have any feelings. You are sweating. Are you happy? Your childhood dream is about to come true. Just imagine that I just auditioned in front of you.
Yeah. What you lack is the emotional part, but I understand that it is not that easy to read it at this place like that. But other than that, it was very clear. The mood and the situation, actually, I can remind it, the whole scene through that dialogue recital, I can say. So it's good. Congratulations.
What is the most important aspect that an actor should have in theatre on stage as well as in front of the camera, in your opinion?
The relaxedness, in your mind and your body. If I can feel that, if I can read that person is not that stiff, I can make him act. So that is the most important part. I have used so many new people who had never acted in front of camera, but they had become
Marvelous actors.
yes, because of that thing. But I also have the experience of using the veteran actors who are not that flexible, very different. So that is the most important part.
I'm going to mention a few words and a few names. After that, tell me the first word that comes to your mind. Local teledrama industry at present.
Disaster.
Saumelyanige.
Very, very talented, educated, knowledgeable person.
Anoma Jinadari.
Good actress.
Ragging.
Totally disagreeable.
Current political status of the country.
Chaotic.
Rohana Vijayveera.
Kind of an influential person.
Anura Kumara Dissanayake.
Nice person. Politically sensitive.
You were a boy from a village in Kegol. Now you are known nationally and internationally, arguably one of the best directors Sri Lanka has ever produced. Looking back at the journey, right at this very moment, sitting on that very chair, what are your honest thoughts?
As I said, earlier, you asked me what is the
Greatest accomplishment.
in my life. So I have accomplished kind of dreams I had in mind. I'm free man now. I don't have any targets to achieve.
Mr. Asoka Handagama, thank you so much for taking your time and your effort and being the artist for tonight.
Thank you very much, and it's interesting discussion.
But just before I let you go, I want to hear another passage from the book that you brought today, Pablo Neruda's Memoirs.
Yes. Okay. One morning, I decided to go all the way. I got a strong grip on her wrist and started